Hi everyone, and it's time for Golden Deers. Finally, let's get to a
Uh,
house that matters. How about
oh,
boom?
you have to start with Lorenz, though.
I know, but it's like how I eat meals. I get the stuff I like the least out of the way first, so I've got the good stuff at the end. All right. Although, admittedly, Lorenz did not bug me as much as I thought he was going to over the course of the game.
Yeah, Lorenz actually, maybe it was him and Mercedes that I liked.
All right, so it's my
Yeah.
turn to read now. So soon after the war, Lorenz assumed leadership of House Glossier, Gloucester, and helped govern Fodlan as representative of the
He
old
took
line
over
of
House
lords.
Gautier. Sylvain
Gautier,
was
yeah,
deposed.
he took over a lot of the random houses. His political talent yielded revolutionary policies, many of which were particularly would particular were of particular benefit to the common folk.
I will say that his supports, by far, the best supports were with Ferdinand.
Being
Yeah.
noble is the best. Let's nobles being noble.
Yep.
Yes.
How's your tea? My
Two
tea's
men-
good. How's your tea? My tea's
Yes.
also good.
Literally, that is their support, is talking about their tea and how important being a noble is. They agree on everything. It's amazing.
There's this weirdness to Lorenz where like he's he genuinely wants to help people, but it's not because he necessarily thinks helping people is the right thing to do. It's that he feels it's a noble's responsibility to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also his hair though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check out the Byleth. Byleth announced her marriage to Lorenz shortly after becoming leader of the United Kingdom of Fodlan. Lorenz took equally well to his dual role as the Queen's husband and the leader of House Gloucester, working simultaneously to restore his own territory and to advance to the development of Fodlan at large. Because his policies were of particular benefit to the common folk, he was well loved and came to be called the Lord of Roses. After many years of peace, Lorenz grew ill and withdrew from the public eye. The Queen followed, entrusting the throne to the prince. It is said that he was the spitting image of his father. How unfortunate.
Huh. I hope he had a better haircut.
Looks like
now I'm picturing the Lord of the Roses. I'm now picturing Loras Tyrell.
Oh my god,
Loras
yeah, he kind of is, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Not as good at dueling, but all right. The noble of the Red Rose. All right, looks like Black Eagle is a little bit different. Soon after Byleth and Lorenz celebrated their marriage in style, the battle against those who slither in the dark began in earnest. After fighting hard to bring true peace to Fodlan, Lorenz took over as head of House Gloucester, and he and his wife focused their efforts on restoring the territory. They had an active political and military life over the years, working together to overcome many hardships. After decades of dedicated service to the people, Lorenz grew weak and retired. Bailiff followed suit, and they entrusted House Gloucester to their son. It is said that he was spitting right down the signature rose. All right, so it's very similar.
Poor kid.
I don't know.
It's not like Byleth is bad to look at.
No, this seems like it would be boring.
God, I wouldn't want them at a dinner party.
No.
Yeah, no.
Like, what would they even talk about?
Nothing.
Like, nothing.
I mean, they could sit there and be pretty.
Yeah. Is this bad?
That's not true. I actually imagine Lorenz would probably be well versed in polite dinner.
Yes.
I think
technically excellent small talk.
He can ask about the weather in a way that'll start an hour-long conversation.
I think it's bad.
Think it's bad? I think it's bad too. Yeah.
I think it's bad.
I think it's bad.
All right, Lysithea, the Scholar of Misfortune, as the new head of House Gloucester, Lorenz first works to restore his own territory and then expanded his vision to include reforms for all Fodlan. At the height of his storied political career, he announced his marriage to Lysithea. Though the only daughter of the former Count Ordelia had already renounced all claim to nobility, the people happily accepted their union. She rarely appeared in public due to health concerns, but it is said that a great many policies credited to Lorenz were actually her ideas.
Ugh.
That's not a very good one. I'm also never a fan of Lysithea endings where they in no way address her dying young.
And that was weird because I'm sort of expecting that after he's had a couple endings talking about like he got sick and
Well,
he
and
got sick and died, and now it's like neither of them get sick and died.
I was willing to be neutral on this until the a great many of her policies credited to Lorenz were actually her ideas.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Maybe they like went off and romantically had tuberculosis together.
Their supports are like before he knows about her condition, the first couple of supports are just him being like, "Hey, Lysithea, you're going to be important in the Alliance's future. Don't forget about the future. It's all about the future. The future's definitely going to be happening, and you're a big part of the future." And that kind of aggravates her. So it makes it even weirder to me that they don't address it at all.
Yeah.
So bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Between that and he took credit for all of her work.
Oh, hang on. Actually, oh yeah, we did check. Oh no, we didn't. Did we not read? Oh no, they're all the same. All right, Lorenz sucks. Moving on to another Lorenz. Are they all the same? He's also so boring that all of his endings are the same. All right, Marianne, the survivor of the curse, because she's a werewolf, you see. As the new head of House Gloucester, Lorenz first worked to restore his own territory and then expanded the vision and included reforms of all fold. The head of his story political career announced his marriage to Marianne. Prior to the wedding, she received extensive tutelage from her adopted father,
Right.
Margrave Edmund. We have to make it through this, so that by the time they were wed, she was fully prepared to govern. The pair was particularly successful in providing new innovations in dairy farming. And came to be known as the mother and father of horses and cattle in the region. It is said that Lorenz was rather vexed by the title.
That just sinks it a little bit right there.
That'll bump me up to neutral on that one because that's pretty good.
Yeah, that pulled it to neutral.
Yeah.
This is maybe
and it's one. We haven't seen that many Marianne ones that reference the fact that she's
actually,
horses.
I remember really liking these supports.
These supports are kind of prom movie supports where he's like, "Hey, Marianne, you might actually want to look pretty if you want to get married someday," and then he realizes that she's actually super pretty, and he's like, no one can see how pretty you are.
Yeah. He has a early on okay, I've decided. I think I'm going to pursue you. You are of excellent blood. You just need to perk yourself up a bit. And he was obnoxious about it, but I found myself kind of liking the whole thing.
Yeah, again, the high school Roman rom-com.
Yeah.
It was very much Marianne took off her glasses, and the quarterback Lorenz was like, "Oh no, she's hot."
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do good on this one.
All right.
Just because Lorenz, on a scale, and he got a title he hated.
Yeah,
that's true. The ending made me laugh, which is always good for points. All the same. Hilda the Free Spirit. As the new head of House Gloucester... I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm just going to be interested if it can sell me on this, because I can't imagine it at all.
Lorenz first worked to restore his own territory, expanding his vision, blah, 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 blah. He announced his marriage to Hilda, the only daughter of Duke Goneril. After the recovery effort, at Hilda's behest, the pair established artisan academies all over Fodlan. The schools quickly flourished, invigorating interest in the arts as well as trade with foreign lands. After many years of success and prosperity, the students of the first of these academies crafted a bronze statue of the founding couple to honor their achievements. The statue stands to this day.
A complete waste of Hilda.
They don't talk at all about them actually as a couple, which...
Yeah, yes, they would both enjoy opening art galleries.
Yeah.
True, but
And the premise of these supports is basically that, is there anyone Hilda can wrap around her finger more than Lorenz? Probably not. And that's just not a good fit for Hilda, because I feel like she needs somebody who can kind of get on her level.
Or at least, like, challenge her
Yeah.
with it a little bit. You know, even if that's still sort of the one way she's relating to them, at least make her work for it.
So bad?
Bad.
Yeah.
He gets absolutely no different endings. Way to go, Lorenz. Leone the Bladebreaker 2! As the new head of House Glacier, Lorenz worked to restore his territory and expand his vision to reform to the Alfolden. At the height of his storied political career, he announced his marriage to Leone, who had become a renowned mercenary. The choice came as a shock to the public, who could not see what the pair had in common, but those who knew them well saw it as inevitable due to the strength of the bond they had forged in the war. As a ruling couple, they used their varying talents to usher in a new age of prosperity and carve their names into history.
What, did they have, like, incredible supports?
I'm trying to remember their supports. I feel like it was a basic premise of oh, hoity-toity noble doesn't know how to get his hands dirty. Oh, a commoner who doesn't understand the responsibility of nobility, and then it kind of just went from there.
I don't know if I ever really went through and did theirs. I mean, if they're making the argument that it was, I mean, if they were, like, incredible, like, supports, maybe? But this entirely premises on the idea that they had incredible supports.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Yeah.
Let's go with...
In that, I don't remember their supports at all.
Yeah, even the ending is like, it doesn't make any sense, but trust me.
Yeah.
Bad, I guess. I don't hate the trope of the, like, hoity-toity noble and the, you know, gritty commoner. I enjoy that trope, but I need something more than liking the trope.
I think this would have been a better coupling if it had been Ferdinand as opposed to Lorenz.
They'd have some very red-haired children.
Heck yeah, they would.
The ultimate ginger.
Is your kid okay? Is he headbutting the mic?
Oh, no, that was me.
Oh, okay. Is John okay? Is he headbutting the mic? Alright.
Yeah, he's alright.
Alright. Divine Songstress Manuela. As the new head of House Glacier, Lorenz worked to restore his territory, expanding the visitors of other Alfolden. At the height of his storied political career, this is also copy-paste. Whoever wrote Lorenz endings. He announced his marriage to Manuela, who had established a new school for children in a small town. Seeing the beauty in Manuela's dream, Lorenz put all his resources toward building schools like Manuela's all over Fodland, providing education to scores of children who had been left helpless by the war. After many years of success and prosperity, a bronze statue of the couple was erected in the original school to honor their achievement. It still stands today. All about those statues, Lorenz. He's a big fan of bronze.
Could you not just copy-paste this with Mercedes? And if you can copy-paste with Mercedes and Manuela, you have not written something well.
Yeah, here's the problem, is I vaguely remember liking their supports. But
I can see her using him as a boy toy.
Yeah.
This is, I feel, a bad enough ending that even if I was going to go good, it was going to drag me down to neutral.
I'm in a neutral.
I'll allow for neutral, even though I feel bad, but I'll defer to the two of you.
Okay.
I'm just angry that that they could have put Mercedes' name on this and it would have been indistinguishable, which is which is very bad writing for Manuela.
Have we seen,
who is not Mercedes?
Admittedly, I don't think we've seen a ton of Manuela endings, but have we seen any Manuela endings that don't mention the opera at all?
Yeah. Or, like you say, or teaching, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just stick with neutral and move on.
Yes. All right, I'm curious.
Free Knight Catherine! As the head of House Glacier works to restore his territory. At the height of his storied political career, he announced his marriage to Catherine, the former Knight of Saros. Catherine had left Garrick Mach behind for a life of freedom, but eventually persuaded to accept Lorenz's passionate marriage proposal. Even after joining House Gloucester and returning to a life among the nobility, however, it is said that Catherine much preferred relaxing in a tavern to dressing up for the court. I think she has, yeah, there's a slightly different one for the Blue Lions as the future. Announces his marriage to Catherine. Catherine had been living a quiet life of seclusion with Rhea in the Red Canyon, and it was the encouragement of the former archbishop that persuaded her to accept Lorenz's ardent marriage proposal. Even after joining House Gloucester, however, it was said the side of her long oath to guard and watch over Rhea.
The thing is that Catherine is so gay for Rhea.
Yeah.
And is so clearly unhappy in this.
This is bad.
This is bad. And I think their supports are like, hey, Catherine, how come you don't want to be a noble anymore? And she was like, being a noble sucks. And he's like, oh, you know, how nobles be.
Bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Any we want to take a look at again?
Not really. I feel, as I did previously, I think Marianne's is the best. Mostly he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, after talking about them all, I think you're right. I don't think I expected to go that route, but I think you're right. Were we kind of okay with Dorothea's?
Oh, right.
I feel like it was
we
better
did
than
like
expected.
that.
Yeah.
We did like that one. That's right. Where basically it was she used him for her original goal of social climbing.
Yeah.
And he was okay with that.
Yeah, which was sort of like, they both got what they wanted out of it.
And unlike getting a cow statue, they became like the fashionistas of the Fodlan world.
I would go. Dorothea's awfully good. I'm remembering that now.
I would probably put Dorothea first, actually.
Yeah, no, that's fair now that I think about it, because she totally used him for everything that she had set out to do. And I respect that from Dorothea. All right, Dorothea, Marianne, and...
what about Mercedes?
Boring.
Manuel?
Oh.
Do we want to give...
Well, no, which one was it? Was it Marianne where he hated the title?
The what?
Yeah, Marianne was the hate of the title, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So Dorothy and Marianne, man,
and then,
the third
and then Lorenz, I think.
I mean,
all right, I can go with that. We'll go Dorothea, Marianne, and then Lorenz.
Lorenz loving himself.